We're out here in the field this afternoon. We're going to be checking some of the smaller fruit trees that we had planted in the fall to see how they fared over for the winter. And we're getting ready to start spraying them down with a fungicide so that we can prevent a lot of disease before it even happens. And what we're going to be using is some of the natural oils that we have made ourselves from our herbal garden. One of the first things to do in spring is always to make sure that your soil's not up against a tree. Like when we planted these, it was late in the fall. So what we did is we actually put the soil thinking that it would settle. But I guess with the moisture and stuff, it just didn't settle. So basically what we're doing is pulling the soil back away from the base of the tree till we get down where we know we ain't gonna have no rot problems and stuff like that there. And then our next thing is to see how many branches and stuff you actually lose. Like this branch here is lighter in color than what the main branches are. And to me, that's telling me that this branch had died over the winter. We had a pretty tough winter here in Pennsylvania as far as coldness. We had a long cold snap for a few weeks there, basically 3 to 4 weeks. But we went from there. So, and then what we do is if it's like that, what we'll do later on, once we make sure it's totally not going to bud at a lower stage, we will come back and prune them basically 2 to 3 weeks after this starts to bud. But what we do is we inspect to make sure that we don't have no cracks, no insects into anywhere, and that our buds are starting to come onto these plants. And then what we try to do is we try to spray. We usually use bigger spray units, but this is just a sample that we have made up. So what we normally do is we'll spray the whole tree straight down from top to bottom and try and cover everything, but we usually drench it. When you spray the tree, just leave the liquid drenched from the top to the bottom, and you'll be able to smell when it's coming out pretty good as far as if you feel your solution is strong enough. If you have to go back and add a few more drops of oils from your herbs, feel free to do so, because it's not basically going to hurt the tree whatsoever, and it will take control of any type of fungus or anything, and it's basically for preventive measures to allow your tree to start budding and growing and branching properly without having any problems of holdbacks. So we're in the process that we're going to be spraying these here down a little bit more with a bigger solution, but I just wanted to show you the different areas to spray. When you get to your Ys and your trees, always make sure that they get drenched down very hard. And as far as pruning your trees, if you have dead branches similar to this, like I said, wait, but just make sure that when you prune it, that you don't peel the bark back. Usually try and stay out about 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 inch off of the tree, so you know you ain't going to damage that piece of it. And once you have it nipped off or pruned off, take the time and spray your oils on it. Now it's cold out here today. I shouldn't say cold, but it's in a colder stage of the beginning of the growth. But if you have a warm season, do not hesitate to use your insecticidal soaps as well as your fungicides to keep your trees growing healthy at that point.